62nd District action out in Grayson last night as East Carter welcomed Elliott County. Let's pick up the action late in the first quarter as Blake Hall forces a turnover and races the other way. He can't finish at the rim, but Tate Scott with a stick back and a 9-7 Raiders lead. More from Mr. Hall a little bit later on. First quarter winding down, and Evan Goodman with the drive and the floater on the baseline. He had 13 for the Raiders. Here's Blake Hall with a big steal in the backcourt. I bet Tim Champlin's seen those skills a little bit before. He continues to be a force in this contest. We move to the second, and Evan Goodman making it rain from downtown Tripletown, and the Raiders push the lead to 10. We go back the other way. Lake Atkins misses on the drive, but Tyson Crabtree with a stick back. Elijah Faulkner takes the handoff on the far sideline, and a little kiss off of the window. He put in 8 for the Lions. Midway through the second, and the Raiders' defense ratcheting things up. After a Lions turnover, Gavin Sexton with a hoop in the arm as East Carter starts to flex its muscle. I said there was more for Mr. Hall. Well, let's start here. How about a 17-footer from the keyhole as he splashes that one home? And that's just the beginning. Hall picks the pocket and streaks coast to coast for the layup. And then he's going to get free right here and finish the bunny with the Raiders' 20-point lead as it continues to grow. Hall led the Raiders with 16. Then just before the half, Hall with another steal and a score. Raiders go in up 43-21. We go to the second half. East Carter picked up right where it left off as Evan Goodman gets the steal. The dish out to Tate Scott for the and one. Raiders rolling. Up 25. Goodman's three don't go, but Gavin Sexton says, I got this. Twine. And a 28-point East Carter lead. He had 14 in the contest. 3 balls for Sexton. Going the other way, Atkins with a tough fadeaway on the baseline, but the Raiders counter with a Ty Scott triple on the other end. He had 2 of those in the contest. Nathan Sturgill gets the bump in traffic and finishes on the putback. He put in 13 for the Lions. Atkins with a nice crossover and a finish, but the Raiders were just too much for the Lions as Tate Scott forces another turnover at midcourt and finishes off the left window. Raiders forced 26 turnovers in the contest. With the game in hand, Coach Brammer goes to the bench and finds production. As William Burton with the teardrop in the lane, the steal in the dish to Grant Meanix for the finish in transition, followed by a Colton McGuire steal as he goes coast to coast for the bucket. Raiders get their first district win as Elliott County falls to 0-2 inside of district standings. From Grayson, I'm James Collier for Cool TV.